They'll be calling you a radical, all nuclear fighters, anti-nuclear, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. This is a big deal. I've been running this through my mind since I got back from Europe. Had so much going. This is a big deal. I was going to put it up tomorrow, but light the nights tomorrow. You know, it'll be 4 years since I was given 2 months to live. This fight, what a journey it's been, huh? But Callaway in Missouri, have they had some kind of nuclear accident released into the atmosphere? Now, they admit there's been a nuclear accident. They admit it, you know. But the N.R.C. they reported it, and I want to talk about this. Has to do with dry cask storage. Look, this is a very, very, very big deal on all fronts. San Onofre, Yucca Mountain, the whole thesis. This is a big deal, and I want to tell you why it's a big deal. As you know, as I went on that rant in there, the N.R.C., the Nuclear Rally Cheerleaders, as I call them. Look, this has been a political football for how long? Harry Reid has blocked Yucca Mountain for how long? You know, the Congressional Act passed it, so they've had no answer for the waste. Everybody spins and says, oh, they're going to come up with revitrification, they're going to do this, that. It's just all hyperbole that never happens. So what's happened? It's stored on site and it's gotten bigger, but they passed capacity decades ago. So it's just on swimming pools, it's a catastrophe. It's 104, they're giant ticking, literally, nuclear time bombs. So what does the N.R.C. do, which has no judicial power, no executive, no legislative? Allison McFarland, Gregory Jacko, the whole group, Barbara Boxer battled them, got nowhere, They think, the Department of Energy really thinks they are the kings of the world. Barry Antoinette let them eat yellow cake, Hillary Westinghouse Clinton, the far-right radicals on the right. I mean, so the N.R.C. with a stroke of a pen turns all 104 nuclear reactors into official nuclear waste dump sites, which is an illegal act. So is the Patriot Act, so is the TPP. It's all illegal. Only Congress can make law, but the hell with the Constitution. Hell with law. Just make it up as you go. So this is a very big deal. And I've said on this for a while because of so much going on. Now look, they come out. So the very first one, Callaway, Missouri, is the test pilot. As they're saying they're going to do it at San Onofre. Which I'm going to be at San Onofre on the beach on the 24th of October doing not on the beach, not to be confused with on the beach. Andrew Bisu, who I helped him work on that brilliant piece we did in the early days of Fukushima. So, his brilliant work, Andrew's. So, look, this is a big deal. And I'll tell you why. We know as lots of freelancers, vloggers, bloggers, even the N.R.C. and Radnet themselves, the government thing, has showed that there was this massive wave of nuclear spikes all across the Midwest, all summer long, for the last several months, for the last 2, 3, 4 months. It's been some of the highest readings in the history of the United States. It's gone crazy. It's a wave. Lots of independent sources have been reporting it. Great bloggers and bloggers. Just shows what great grassrooters in this genre has evolved to be. This new breed of anti-nuclear activists, this new breed of post-ignorance that has come along. We know, it's unarguable, the fact of these massive, incredible spikes right there. So they come out, so they're the first test pilot that started putting in dry cask. This is just sent on in swimming pools. It's over capacity. So this is their answer, just to take it out of the swimming pools, put in these dry cask vaults. This is an experiment which we know at Fukushima, we have infrared in the MOX field in number 3, that they had dry cask vaults there. And before they were doing it over there secretly, and they leaked all over. What's the difference if it's sitting here in a swimming pool or in the ground right there? No difference in an earthquake. Where does it need to go? I mean, there's no good answers. I'll tell you that, it's insanity. Nuclear's insanity. Keep making this stuff, as Freedom Eisenblower in Austria says, why, if you were a farmer, would you keep farming if you had no answer for the waste? Well, here in the U.S. they would. They just kick the can to the next generation. Well, the gig's up. The buck stops here, right now, before Mother Nature takes care of it at San Onofre. Wow. Look, so Callaway, and I'm not talking Callaway, the golf club that Swedish nuclear Sweden that Swedish girl cracked Tiger in his head with. No, this is an even bigger blow to the head. They were the first ones to take waste and put it into dry cask. They were the first ones to do a partial experiment with it. When they were doing it, the N.R.C. announces 3 different times, and I'll post this, who's on first, WHO, second, third bases loaded, walk-off grand slam, we're all out, game over. I mean, it's unbelievable. And you guys up in Toronto, Russell Martin needs to learn how to take a pitch. Wow. So, anyway, baby Bob Gibson Go Cubs, and I don't mean Chicago, but the I-85 series, fuck the Royals, and I don't mean Kansas City. You know, this is such a major story that no one's reporting on, you know, so they report to the N.R.C. that they have some kind of problem. The N.R.C. issues it as, you know, their accident. You know, their levels they use, 1 to 7. Now think about this. The IAEA, the World Heritage Society, the nuclear industry, sets in the inception of this nuclear madness, the highest is at 7. From 1 to 7. That's malice from inception. The whole world for multiple generations know it's 1 from 10. Anybody with any logic, that's just trying to deceive from inception. That's called malice in American law. The Reagan hearing down there in San Diego, I mean, how long ago did she rule that the case goes forward against General Electric? You heard anything? That was August 25th, 2014. You know, I'm there. You know, so, look, they come out and say, hey, as we were moving to dry cast, some kind of problem. It was reported, and then they, oh, everything fine. You know, isn't that the, you think about these madness, you go to these schools or whatever, these PR firms that work for these people, and they say, oh, as soon as anything happens, you just immediately spit out of your mouth, no harm to the public. Well, aren't these people spewing this, the public? Don't they have kids, the public? I can't believe people don't break ranks and say, oh, just say it won't harm the public when they are the public. I mean, it's insanity how they'll go around with their own mass murder, you know, cancer. I mean, it's sickening. So we know, and I'm going to list these. Boom, 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 boom. Connect these fucking dots. We know for a fact massive turn. What happened? My guess is they released something into the atmosphere. They had some serious problems moving it out of the pond into the dry cast, which we know that's going to happen. It's a catastrophe. Look, you can argue all you want, you know, executive branch, legislature. Only Congress makes law. These executive orders are completely crimes, just like these cop killings. You know, you think you got away? There's no statute of limitations on murder. I'm here to tell you, society's flipping right before your eyes. You don't even know it. Harry Reid's finally retiring. They're going to lose their power. You know, I know people in Nevada, they don't want it. Of course, no one wants it, but let me tell you, Vegas blew up, grew up. I got news for all you down there. Yucca Mountain was passed in the 70s, long before you ever moved there. No good answers? Put it at Yucca Mountain. I mean, get it off those cliffs. This is a disaster. 104 nuclear time bombs, it's overflowing. They're just in sweat pools. They're not built for this. They can't handle it. You know, they can't even handle an 8-point, you know, Fukushima, the cover-up. What about, I mean, this is such a big story. You know, and of course we got the underground fire going there too, burning towards the mound. You know, I was involved with the KC Plowshares that, you know, well, not them per se, but, you know, her, she wrote the answers. Such a major, major deal. You know, did they have a freaking partial meltdown? Did they have some kind of, well, it's not a meltdown. I wouldn't call it a meltdown because I don't think it has anything to do with the core. So I won't call it a meltdown, you know, like they did in the restart up at Sendai. And you guys can argue with all me what I can. They had a partial freaking meltdown on the restart up, which we know they're so vulnerable that who's going to tell you? It's just like at Fukushima, go up the coast a little bit. That one melted down on 311 also. You know, who's going to tell you? The Department of Energy, which runs it? I mean, they're so corrupt. I mean, what a corrupt place. The Nuclear Regulatory Committee, the nuclear rally cheerleaders. As I said it, so they're moving it something high down. So you think you're going to do that at San Onofre, buried on the beach? Oh no, we're going to protest not on the beach, on the beach. Literally where I was conceived, where I was mutated, my place, our beautiful place. Come on, California, let's not give it all up just for one little earthquake, you know. Spill it all over, then we all evacuate that incredible place that we all love. Wow. When we have these beautiful, beautiful western United States that we get to live in. You know, Dirty Herbie wants to bring the DU-6 out to energy, so I went all the way to Vienna fighting it. You know, I've been up there in Idaho battling, you know, otter. Don't you like how he calls himself Otter, the governor up there, while he's killing the otters? I mean, it's outrageous. It's against state law in Idaho. It's against state law, this Western Initiative for Nuclear. It's against law, but the only thing that's legal, the Department of Energy owns all the waste, by the way. They're trying to commercialize it, turn it into this exchange. I mean, they benefit, you know, Hillary Westinghouse, Bill Kazakhstan, where the deer and the antelope used to play. I mean, it all comes back to nuclear. It's the top of the heap. That's why I went all in. You know, this is a big deal. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck. We know for a fact these massive spikes across the Midwest. Connect these, I mean, the dry cast is not going to work. It's a joke. And you have no right to do it, N.R.C. You have no right. You can disagree with Congress all you want, but we have a Constitution, you know, and we protect all the amendments. And the Million Mass March, I'll be there. Remember, there's two factions of the Million Mass March. You know, the anarchists, which they got their websites out, and then we've got ours, you know, but, you know, it's true. As I led that inaugural march and gave the inaugural speech, handed the microphone to Steve Grant, think about that. Wow, what a major event that was that day. You know, but unite the clans. We're all for get everybody in loud and proud, and you know, we want everybody involved. We love everybody. We even love our enemies. We don't want anybody to get cancer and go through what I've had to go through the last 4 years. I'll be a light tonight. You know, it'll be 4 years. I was given 2 months to live. What a journey, what a fight. Who had ever known that's what I had, my whole life goes down, you know, all in is, you know, fighting the narco cartel. Curse despite I was ever born to set this right, but I was. You know, and so we fight on, but this is a major, major story. You know, the dry cast, the first one they tried didn't work. So what does that tell you, San Onofre? Huh? And by the way, California, you have no, and when you're going to indict Peavy and Cherry, we caught them, we handed you the goods, Moonbeaver Brown. The feds ain't going to do it. Come on, Barry Antoinette, Hillary Westinghouse Clinton, you know, they're not going to do shit because they're all in nuclear. Everybody's got their fingers in it, and they're not about to back out. You know, free money, Price Anderson. You know, the I-8E8, all roads lead to Vienna, huh? All roads lead right here. So, the I-85 series, huh? Cardinals Royals, I-85, Callaway to the Mound. Wow. St. Louis to Kansas City, the fire that's burning underground, headed to the nuclear waste mound. Let's turn it into a national park, huh? Wow. Sea on the beach. Not on the beach. We want the nuclear waste. We want us on the beach, but we don't want the nuclear waste on the beach. We want our kids on the beach. Fukushima kind of took care of a lot of that, didn't it? Very sad. Very sad. Stay in tuned.